riding the wave of fortune. What an interesting and weird subject, like many subjects I talk in this channel, right? But still is a very important subject to learn if you wanna achieve and manifest anything in your life. Now, if you don't know, the wave of fortune is a set of circumstances that are favorable for you personally. Now, have you ever noticed that once, you were lucky once, and afterwards you were just, many lucky things just happened to you. Now, means that you were riding the wave of fortune unconsciously because you didn't know about this, right? So the wave of fortune brings happiness without taking your energy. So instead of really working hard and take this massive action, you can choose to be in these lifelines, this wave of fortune. You can choose to attract fortune in your life to help you to go towards your goals. Now, the problem is that since we are kids, and this world today is conditioning us to believe that luck, that fortune is something that comes to us really hard. It's something that is really hard to get, and that's true sometimes. But just if you believe so, because remember, you can create whatever you want, right? If you believe that fortune is hard to get, or you are not a fortunate guy, then this will be reflected in your life. Remember, life, your world is like a mirror. Everything you put out there will be reflected in your physical reality. Okay, so if you are negative, if you have these negative thoughts, then they will be reflected in your own life. So if you think you are not you can be fortunate, then you are not gonna be fortunate. So it's all about being aware, being conscious about the fact that fortune can be with you. But if you are not allow it to be with you, then that's not gonna happen. Now, the first advice I can give you in order to ride this wave of fortune, right, and to find it, as I said before, you must be aware of it. Okay, so you have to be aware and you have to keep a positive attitude. But also, don't think about what you haven't been able to achieve, right? Don't compare yourself to others when you social media, right? You see, he's being fortunate, that's why he becomes so famous or so successful, right? Bullshit, really, because that's not the case. Probably this person has created a mental image inside himself and then manifested in his own reality. Think about it, right? Because everything you manifest, everything that you realize that you want, of course, if you have control on it, you have to create an image first in yourself, right? So if you are thinking that you are never gonna get the job that you want, then you are not gonna get it because you are creating this negative image in yourself. And so how can you attract a good job in your life? Okay, so the first advice is don't think about what you haven't been able to achieve, but instead what you are trying to achieve, what you want to achieve, where you are trying to go. This is a powerful advice because visualizing this is the first step of manifesting everything you want in life, being successful, or if you are trying to start a business or whatever you are trying to achieve. Then for example, let's say that you are right now living in a house that you don't like, right? So every time you complain and you say, "Oh, I'm very unhappy," you are just manifesting this, dissatisfaction towards this problem that you have. That is your environment. You don't like where you live, right? Now, I'm sure that even if you move somewhere else, you will find more problems. So instead of complaining, instead of trying to push this situation, try to rest in your current situation. What I mean by that, accept where you are, right? Accept, okay, I'm in this house, it's gonna be better, right? If you complain, nothing's gonna change. And that's probably everybody tells you that. So it's not new, yeah. But yeah, accept your current situation. And let go of feelings of dissatisfaction, as I said before, and resentment. It's very important. Because once you let go, then you will see great things in your life. I promise that. Now, another things that you can do after that, always in the example of the house, start to visualize the house. Start to think. I don't like this think, these words, visualize a lot. But what I could say, start to think about it. Start to think about the house that you would love to move or you would love to buy. It's a very powerful way of manifesting your goal or better things in your life. So instead of creating this negative image of complaining and thinking about the problems that are in your house, people you don't like to live, create this powerful image in your life, in your mind. Create this picture of you moving in this beautiful house that you always wanted. So you will see. Of course, you need patience. It takes time in order to of this image, this picture to transform in physical reality. But you must be consistent and aware of that. So every time you find yourself complaining about your job, because I do myself as well, like sometimes these thoughts just comes in our mind. But if we are aware, like you must be aware. That's the first step. You must be aware of when this happens, and then you will create like this image is gonna just come easily to you. This positive image, of course. If you then it's always negative, then that's gonna be your thoughts, your emotions, the picture is gonna be negative. You don't want that. All right. So with that, I conclude this video, guys. I hope you liked it, and if it makes sense, please just comment below. And if you're not subscribed, just go and subscribe. I would be really grateful, and you can learn more of these weird reality creations subjects. They are not weird. They just make sense. I love talking about this because they are not techniques. They are not like another secret. It just opens your eyes and you become more aware of what's around you. That's it. That's what it is. That's everything I talk about. Intentions. Everything I talk about in this channel. Importance. The law of attractions. The technique I talk about. They are all things to make you more aware of what's around your life right now, and so become more responsible and more like able to control your inside yourself. Because remember, if you are not able to become first, then you will not able to have and achieve what you want. Okay. Now I want to conclude with the last thing, and I want to say that thoughts comes back like a boomerang. So everything you put out there will come back to you. So be careful on choosing your thoughts and your emotions. Now with that, I conclude this video, guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you.